A rampaging monster smashed the town's pier to smithereens with its tentacles. Its sole objective in doing so was to retrieve the sacred scarabs embedded in its body. As the final scarab returned to its rightful place, the previously furious beast calmed down, turned away, and swam toward the deep ocean. Hello everyone, today brings you episode 3 of season 2 of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. In a flashback to their youth, Lee Shaw and Keiko stumbled upon a secret regarding a colossal beast while on an island. Just as they were about to flee the area, they were intercepted by the local villagers. The villagers were fiercely protective of the island's secret concerning the Titan Kong Kai, terrified that the camera in the pair's possession would expose the truth to the outside world. They were determined not only to confiscate the camera, but were even prepared to kill to ensure the secret remained buried. Both Lee and Keiko knew full well that the film negatives inside the camera constituted the only proof of the new Titan's existence. However, outnumbered and with no room to maneuver, they could only retreat while desperately searching for an opportunity to escape. Lee dragged Keiko along as they sprinted for their lives, with the villagers in hot pursuit right behind them, leaving the pair no chance to even catch their breath. At one point, in a desperate bid to slow down their pursuers, Lee was forced to toss away the empty camera, having secretly pocketed the film negatives beforehand, thereby barely managing to buy them a precious few moments to make their getaway. Having finally shaken off their pursuers, the two took refuge inside an abandoned house. Only then did they finally have the time to attend to Keiko's profusely bleeding wound. We need command override access to the whole system. Cutting back to the present day, Outpost 18 has just witnessed the most outrageous plot twist since the series began. In the previous episode, Tim lost track of the escaped Titan. Now a private technology firm has swooped in, landing via helicopter, demanding immediate and total command authority over the outpost. This company is Apex Cybernetics, a name that will be instantly familiar to any viewer of the MonsterVerse films, as it is the very same villainous corporation that would later go on to create Mechagodzilla. They have laid their ambitions bare for all to see. Armed with authorization from the highest levels of government, they have brazenly demanded to take over the entire Titan tracking operation, going so far as to insist on seizing control of Monarch's monitoring systems as well. No. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to call Director Bears. This isn't the right to give him my regards. Yeah, Tim directly contacted the higher-ups, but they not only demanded Tim unconditionally cooperate with all of Apex's requests, but also ordered him to hand over the fugitives, Lee Shaw and Landa. Wheezy used the two as scapegoats for the incident. Apex definitely didn't genuinely want to help find the beast. There must be a much bigger conspiracy behind it. What they were seeing now was just the tip of the iceberg, so he immediately told Lee Shaw and Wheezy to get them off the ship as soon as possible. Then he found Cora, who had been marginalized by Monarch, and proposed a crazy plan: to have Cora apply for a position at Apex, promising him a job to infiltrate and uncover their secrets. In Tokyo, Japan, Lee Shaw and Wheezy were also engaged in a race against time. In the previous episode, they discovered that the new behemoth reacted to the sound waves emitted by insects, so they came up with a plan: modify the prototype of the Zero Wood device to create a behemoth whistle, simulating the corresponding sound wave frequency to lure the escaped behemoth to the South Pacific, far from human habitation, and then let Monarch handle the aftermath. This plan sounds crazy, but it's the only way to atone for their mistake, because this new behemoth was accidentally released by Cate from the Earth's core. From the moment it happened, he lived in guilt, always feeling that he had harmed everyone. Cate wasn't some world-saving hero, just an ordinary person who had accidentally caused a catastrophe. He was afraid, wanted to escape, but was forced to make amends. Lee Shower and the others split into two groups. One went to the office to get the circuit diagrams, and the other went to buy parts. They agreed to meet back at the workshop once they had the materials, and quickly modify the device. Cora successfully joined Apex Cybernetics, and utilizing her hacking skills, breached the company's internal systems. No sooner had she gained access than she discovered that Apex had long since pinpointed Lee Shower and her team's location via surveillance. They had been under constant, real-time surveillance from the moment they arrived in Tokyo. Every single move they made was under the enemy's watchful eye. Lee Shower and her group had finally managed to gather all all the necessary parts and schematics, but upon returning to their office, they found that the Titan whistle, which should have been sitting right there on the desk, had vanished without a trace. This is the honor safety alert, a Titan sighting. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. Okay, it was me. It was all my fault. What are you talking about? To make matters worse, Monarch's security alert was broadcast directly across the entire global network. News reports were suddenly ubiquitous, plastered with headlines regarding the emergence of a new Titan in the Pacific Ocean. The whole world now knew that an extremely dangerous Titan was roaming the seas unchecked. No one could say whether this rogue behemoth might, at any moment, surge toward a densely populated city, thereby triggering another catastrophe on the scale of the San Francisco disaster. Once again, a new Titan has been found in the Pacific Ocean.